Marilyn Monroe, born Norma Jeane Mortensen, later baptized as Norma Jeane Baker, on June 1, 1926, in Los Angeles, California, is more than a name, she is a cultural phenomenon. Her life story, filled with struggle, ambition, and undeniable charm, transformed her from a child of hardship into the most iconic blonde of the 20th century, a symbol of beauty, vulnerability, and the complexities of fame. Her early years were far from glamorous. Raised in foster homes and orphanages due to her mother's mental health struggles, young Norma Jeane faced instability and neglect. She spent time living with family, friends and relatives, never fully settling into a stable home environment. At 16, she married James Dougherty to avoid returning to the foster system, beginning a journey that would eventually lead her to Hollywood. During World War II, she worked at a radioplane munitions factory, where a photographer spotted her and offered a modeling job. This chance encounter became her first step into the spotlight. In 1946, she signed a contract with 20th Century Fox and adopted the stage name Marilyn Monroe. Initially cast in small roles and bit parts, she worked tirelessly to improve her craft. She took acting, singing, and dance lessons, studied diction, and refined her public image. Her early film appearances, such as Scudder Who, Scudder Hey, 1948, and Ladies of the Chorus, 1948, allowed her to gain experience and build confidence in front of the camera. By the early 1950s, Monroe had become a popular pin-up model, gracing magazine covers and calendars. Her image was everywhere, but she longed for serious acting roles. The turning point came in 1953 with 3 major films that defined her career. In Niagara, she played a seductive wife in a murder plot, showcasing her ability to command the screen with mystery and allure. Gentlemen Prefer Blondes paired her with Jane Russell, and her performance of Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend became an instant classic, a vibrant display of glamour, wit, and musical talent. How to Marry a Millionaire further cemented her image as the quintessential blonde bombshell, though she was already working to expand beyond the typecast. Frustrated with being pigeonholed as a dumb blonde, Monroe sought greater artistic control. In 1954, she founded Marilyn Monroe Productions, one of the earliest instances of an actress creating her own production company. She also studied method acting at the Actors Studio under Lee Strasberg, aiming to deepen her range and credibility as a serious performer. This commitment to craft paid off in 1956 with Bus Stop, where she delivered a dramatic performance as Cry, a nightclub singer with a vulnerable past. Critics praised her restraint and emotional depth, proving she was more than just a glamorous face. She continued to challenge expectations with The Prince and the Showgirl, 1957, co-starring with Laurence Olivier. Despite on-set challenges and personal difficulties, her performance earned a BAFTA Award nomination, further solidifying her talent. Her star power reached its peak in 1959 with Some Like It Hot, a comedy that became one of the greatest films of all time. Her portrayal of Sugar Cane, a singer on the run with 2 disguised male musicians, combined humor, vulnerability, and star power. The film's iconic line, "Well, nobody's perfect," and her musical numbers like I'm Through with Love remain etched in cinematic history. For this role, she won a Golden Globe for Best Actress, marking a career high point. The early 1960s brought personal and professional challenges. Let's Make Love, 1960, and The Misfits, 1961, written by her then-husband Arthur Miller, were difficult productions marked by health issues, emotional strain, and media scrutiny. The Misfits, in particular, became emblematic of her inner turmoil and the pressures of fame. Despite these struggles, her performances retained a raw authenticity that resonated with audiences. Off-screen, Monroe's life was complex. She was married 3 times, to James Dougherty, Joe DiMaggio, and Arthur Miller, and her relationships often played out in the public eye. She battled with studio pressures, health problems, and the weight of her public image, yet remained a figure of fascination and empathy. She used her influence to support causes she believed in, including advocating for racial equality, notably standing by Ella Fitzgerald's side when the singer faced discrimination in nightclubs. Marilyn Monroe passed away on August 5, 1962, at age 36. Her death sent shockwaves around the world and only intensified her mythic status. In the decades since, her image has become a global brand, reproduced in art, fashion, and popular culture. From Andy Warhol's silkscreens to modern tributes, she remains a symbol of beauty, vulnerability, and the cost of stardom. Today, Marilyn Monroe is remembered not just as a movie star, but as a cultural force who redefined femininity and celebrity in the 20th century. Her legacy endures through her films, her influence on performers, and the ongoing fascination with her life story, a blend of triumph, tragedy, and timeless glamour that continues to inspire new generations. She is not just a memory, she is an eternal icon, whose light still shines brightly in the firmament of Hollywood history.